If someone calls you in the dead of night begging for help, make sure they're alive before you answer. My name is Daniel, and I work as a forensic call analyst for a small-town police department in Ohio. It's the kind of place where nothing major ever happens, so quiet that the night shift usually feels like a long stare into darkness. But the night of October 17th changed everything. My shift started at 11 p.m., like always. Same routine: drunk drivers, noise complaints, the occasional prank call. Nothing serious. But then, at exactly 2:03 a.m., we received the most disturbing call our department had heard in years. It began with panicked, shaky breathing, a woman trying and failing to speak. I adjusted my headset and said, 911, what's your emergency? For a moment, there was silence. Then a cracked, trembling voice whispered, Please. He's back. My heart stopped. Ma'am, is someone trying to hurt you? What's your location? Her breaths grew faster, like she was hiding and trying not to be found. He's at the window, staring at me. Those eyes. The same eyes. I immediately started tracing the call, but something felt wrong. Her voice sounded doubled, two tones overlapping, the same words but slightly out of sync. And behind her, I heard a strange, low rumble, like dirt shifting. Ma'am, stay with me, I said. Units are on the way. She sobbed uncontrollably, but then her voice warped like a glitched recording, and the background filled with a grinding noise, stone against earth. Her final words still cut through me. He's here. He's opening the door. Please, let me hide, please. I dispatched officers instantly. The call was still ongoing, but her voice no longer sounded human. All we heard were heavy breaths, dirt sliding, and a deep whisper, You're too late. The trace completed. I looked at the location and froze. Green Hill Cemetery. She wasn't calling from a house, she was calling from a graveyard. Officers arrived and swept the area. No woman. No intruder, nothing. Then Officer Carter shouted, Daniel, check that trace again. The number. I looked. 4405500197. Carter's voice shook as he stood over a gravestone. This number is carved on the headstone. She died 7 years ago. The name, Emily Hawthorne, 1992 to 2018. Below it, she called for help, but no one came. I whispered, Carter. The line is still active. Carter stepped back from the grave. Daniel, the ground. It's moving. Officers watched in horror as the soil trembled, rising as if something underneath was pushing upward like hands trying to break through. The dirt cracked, bulged, shifted. Then suddenly, everything went silent. The call ended. The grave went still. The real nightmare started when I replayed the audio later. Slowed down, the truth revealed itself. Her screams were actually the sound of earth being dragged aside. And her "help me," when isolated, had a second voice hidden under it. A man's voice, deeper, speaking through hers. Let me out. A grave call, a dead number, and two overlapping frequencies, one human, one not. Our best audio tech analyzed it and went pale. Daniel, this isn't two humans. These are two different beings. He zoomed in on the final line. What she really said wasn't what we heard. Underneath her words was a buried message. He found me again. Because you answered. I pulled the headset off in shock. And since that night, I've been receiving calls from the same number, 4405500197. Every time I answer, I hear only one thing. Now. He's coming for you. It's almost 2 a.m. again tonight. I know the phone will ring. But this time, I don't know if it will be her or the thing that crawled out of her grave. If you want the next part of this case, subscribe to Hauntra TV, and remember, not every call comes from the living.